So I wanted to just do a little demo showcase of a project I've been working on. I turned my maximum force cabinet into an emulation light gun machine basically, and it's using the native arcade light guns, the Happ guns. I have a PC inside of here with a JPEG and then a USB to gun board that interfaces these guns, and Windows basically sees them as like a joystick. So what I have here is just Hyperspin set up. I have one wheel with all the games on it. It's using a MAME wheel. It's mainly main ROMs, but I have about 6, 7, 8 emulators all hooked up in here, and I'm loading them through the MAME wheel as alternate ROMs. Like you can set up ROMs to load with alternate emulators inside of Rocket Launcher. So I have all that set up for the different emulators. There's MAME, Flycast, Model 2, PCSX2, Teknoparrot, Hypseus, and an Xbox emulator, and I think just native PC games like Friction. I think that's it. So I have it set up where you shoot the top of the screen to scroll up, shoot the bottom of the screen to scroll down. Works pretty well. I'll load up a MAME game first. Let's go against Lethal Enforcers. It's a classic one.
Loading. Extraction complete.
You just go to a game, press the start button, and that loads up the game. Accuracy's pretty good too. I mean, basically just like the actual game. And to exit a game, I have it so you hold the player 2 start button for 2 seconds. Goes right back to the wheel. So let me show some other emulators. So growing up, the only like American laser game I think I really played was Mad Dog McCree. I think there's like 8 or 9 of them now that I have on here, and I haven't played any of them except that, so it's pretty cool. This game I've never played until I got it on here.
Loading. Extraction complete.
Cheesy old school games. So I don't know too if you saw the little command window that popped up there. For some of these emulators, it had trouble going back to the wheel if the fade out was on. So that normally would hide that, but I had to turn it off just because some of these emulators were having issues with that. But not really a big deal. This confidential mission is running on Flycast.
Loading. Extraction complete.
This game takes a second to load.
Your mission.
This game always gave me virtual cop odds. Alright, what else do we have here? So let me do Friction. That's a native PC game. This is just running off of a batch script.
Loading. Extraction complete.
friction. We do. Oh yeah, so I didn't even know there was Lethal Enforcers 3. This is running on Teknoparrot.
Loading. Extraction complete.
Yeah, I only knew about Lethal Enforcers 1 and 2 until I came across this. Some of these Teknoparrot games take a minute to load up. No. And I actually do have a time crisis pedal as well. I have that set up for going down to reload. Put the little shield on. So it's Teknoparrot. There we go. Yeah, sometimes it just does weird stuff coming back where it took a minute to give control to the actual hyperspin wheel, I guess. So let me do the Model 2 emulator. Oh no, this is PlayStation 2. We can do this one as well. So this, sorry, my son came down, so I had to cut it and splice this in. But so this is Time Crisis 2, PlayStation 2 version, running on PCSX2.
Loading. Extraction complete.
And the GunCon 2 had a calibration button. I believe that was on the side. It was different than the trigger button. And when you try to set the trigger button to the calibration button, if you also have it as a trigger button, it gives you issues trying to play these games. So the trigger doesn't calibrate. I actually have the start button set to calibrate. Yeah, 3 out of the 4 PS2 games I got on here would not work when I had it. And luckily that was the issue. I tracked it down to that. Sucks the main version of this isn't working yet, but this will have to do for now. I know it can run, but you need a super powerful PC to run it. This PC can't run it. I tried, and I know it still has some kind of like graphical issues, even if it does work. So that's PS2 games. What do you just have? So this is Model 2 emulator.
Loading. Extraction complete.
In this game, I think the resolution was like between standard and medium, so some of the text is kind of weird on here because this is a standard resolution monitor. Like you can't even read what it says on these signs just because it's missing some pixels. But the actual game itself, the graphics are fine since it's all polygons. And I believe the final one is, so I have the Xbox emulator just for this game. I did not even know this game existed until I just came across this, and that it was like an Xbox game that I don't even think it ever came out from what I was hearing. In this game, I believe it utilized some sort of, it's like a bullet time thing. I don't know in the arcade if it was a pedal or what, but I have that set to my Time Crisis pedal to slow down time.
Operation.
Yeah, that's the bullet time. Hold down the pedal, everything slows down. That's telling you to step on the pedal. So yeah, I think that's all the emulators, different ones. I did do something cool with a couple of games, the games like Terminator 2 and Revolution X, and I can show that too real quick. So since these games, you know, they weren't real light gun games, they were basically like a big analog stick,
Extraction
kind of.
complete.
But with a light gun, it needs a screen to flash to actually register the shot. So I wrote a couple scripts in MAME. I think they're like the artwork scripts you can write that makes it flash as you're holding the trigger down. So that way I can hold the trigger down and move the gun. Otherwise, if I'm sitting here clicking like that, it's just not the same game. It's not as fun. Yeah, it's a little distracting, the constant flashing, but it's either that or not playing the game at all. And then I think I have the grenade mapped to the pedal. Yeah. So I have this set up for this Revolution X, the Alien game, Rail Chase, and there are a couple other ones I just haven't set it up for yet. But each game actually needs its own script because you have to go down into the driver code and find the input memory address values. But I mean, at least it's playable. Not quite like holding that big machine gun. I think I might have start button set. Yeah, I have start button set to rockets also. And so one last cool thing is that I used to have 8 JAMMA games in this cabinet. I had a switcher in here, an 8-way switcher, and one of the ports was like external. I have it coming out the back of the cabinet so I can just connect the game to it on the shelf up there. And I still have the switcher in here, but it's just 2 ports. It's just the PC and the switcher, just so I can connect any game that I want without going inside the cabinet. And to switch it, you just press start, both start buttons for a second. And yeah, this is my actual Maximum Force Area 51 board. I don't plan on getting rid of this since it's the original game. Go back, same thing. The actual JAMMA board will cut off, but this doesn't cut off because the PC's on the whole time. So yeah, that's it.